Free VPNs promise privacy, they promise security, they promise your internet activity is completely hidden from your ISP, from advertisers, from, well, everyone. But what if those promises are just fundamentally broken? One of the 5 highly downloaded apps I just tested was actively logging my DNS requests and sending them straight to a third-party advertising server while I was connected to it. Let's dive right into this explainer and completely dismantle the false sense of security around these free tools. Just really absorb this reality for a second. The very tool designed to hide my traffic was simultaneously selling data about my traffic. Literally, the exact opposite of what it is supposed to do. I tested 5 of the biggest names out there. Here is exactly what I found. Section 1. The forensics and exactly how I tested them. Before we start naming names, I want you to know exactly how I ran this digital investigation so you can verify the logic yourself. So here is what I did. I installed each of these 5 VPNs on a totally clean device, and then I used them for a solid 48 hours. Just normal stuff, browsing, streaming, using everyday apps. But during that entire window, I ran a network traffic analyzer called Wireshark. This let me capture every single packet of data leaving my device while the VPN was supposedly protecting me. I also ran 3 separate DNS leak tests, and yeah, I actually sat down and read through every single line of their privacy policies to find out exactly what they collect, how long they keep it, and who they share it with.
Okay, on to Section 2, VPN number 1, the bandwidth harvester. What is wild about our first suspect, Ola VPN, is how its marketing totally contradicts what is actually happening under the hood.
The App Store pitches this as an unlimited free VPN with military-grade encryption. Sounds great, right? But the terrifying reality is that Hola VPN operates on a peer-to-peer model. So, when you use it, you aren't just using someone else's bandwidth, other people are actively using yours. Your specific device literally becomes an exit node for other users. That means someone else's potentially illegal internet activity could look like it is coming straight from your IP address. Plus, in my tests, it completely failed the DNS leak test and was firing off connections to third-party ad networks. Bottom line, this isn't a VPN. It is a bandwidth-sharing network slapped with a VPN interface. Absolutely avoid this one. Let's move to Section 3, VPNs 2 and 3, and their deceptive no-log policies. These 2 actually passed the technical leak tests, but their legal documentation tells a completely different and pretty shady story.
Take a look at VPN number 2. It loudly boasts a strict no-log policy and gives you 10 free gigabytes a month. But when I actually dug into the fine print, the truth came out. That no-log claim, it only applies to your actual browsing content. They are absolutely still storing your IP address, the specific server you connected to, your connection timestamps, and your exact session duration for every single session, indefinitely. You guys, that is, by definition, a log. They've just cleverly narrowed the definition of the words so they can market themselves as privacy first. Oh, and that 10 gigabyte limit, it is barely enough to watch half a movie, so it's basically useless for daily driving anyway.
Then we have VPN number 3. It has a smaller user base, but really pushes the safe marketing. Now, it passed the DNS tests and only flagged 1 analytics connection. But the privacy policy? Total danger zone. There is an explicit clause in there that lets them share aggregated user data with business partners. And here is why that is a massive red flag. Aggregated data that includes your device identifiers and your behavior patterns can be de-anonymized incredibly easily. It might not be as immediately terrifying as our first VPN, but that data sharing clause is an absolute deal breaker for any legitimate privacy tool. Section 4, the business model problem. I want to pause the lineup for just a second because we really need to talk about the structural reality of why these apps behave this way. It is something that makes virtually every single free VPN inherently problematic. Think about it. Running a secure global VPN service costs serious cash. You need servers all over the world, massive amounts of bandwidth, rigorous security audits, and a team of engineers. If a company is giving you all of that infrastructure for free, they only have 2 options. Find generous investors willing to burn money with zero revenue, which, let's be real, doesn't happen at this scale, or they monetize the most valuable thing you give them, which is your data. It is just a harsh business reality. When a product is completely free, you are the product. Your data is paying the bills.
Which brings us to Section 5, VPNs 4 and 5, and the clean catch. Keeping that business reality in mind, let's look at our final 2 suspects. Now, these actually passed the technical tests and had way cleaner policies, but trust me, there are massive catches.
So VPN number 4 has over 50 million downloads. No DNS leaks, no weird outbound connections, and no third-party data sharing in the policy. But here is the catch. 500 megabytes.
That is your entire monthly bandwidth limit on their free tier. To put that into perspective, 500 megabytes is maybe enough for 2 hours of standard definition video, or just 1 day of checking your emails and light browsing. This is not a daily privacy tool. It is a deceptive demo designed to frustrate you into upgrading. It isn't actively malicious, but calling it a free VPN is super misleading. Finally, VPN number 5, the single most downloaded free app in my entire test group. Passed the DNS tests, completely clean traffic analysis, and honestly, it has the most comprehensive no-log policy of the bunch. But there is always a but, right? In 2021, this VPN was acquired by a massive tech company with a highly documented history of really aggressive data monetization. So while the app itself looks clean today, that new ownership injects a massive layer of uncertainty. And when we are talking about a tool literally built to protect your private data, you just can't accept that kind of uncertainty.
Section 6, the final scorecard. Let's pull back and look at the big picture across all 5 of these apps to get our definitive verdict.
When you look at the final results altogether, it is pretty grim. VPN 1 is harvesting your bandwidth. 2 and 3 are using legal loopholes to log and share your data. 4 is just a glorified 2-hour demo, and 5 is owned by a data monetization giant. The verdict? Not a single one of these highly downloaded free apps is something you should ever use as your primary privacy tool. Not one. So Section 7, Safe Harbor and what to use instead. If the free options are structurally compromised, what actually works? What should we be using? Well, I have got 3 fantastic options that have passed independent audits, have verified no-log policies, and are completely transparent about who owns them. Let's kick it off with Mulvad. If maximum anonymity is your absolute #1 priority, Mulvad is the gold standard hands down. Get this, you don't even use an email address to sign up. No account name, no identity tied to it at all. You are just assigned a random account number. You can even pay them by mailing literal cash in an envelope or by using crypto. Their strict no-log policy has been rigorously verified by independent audits, and it is just a flat €5 a month, no gimmicks.
Now, if you are in a spot where you absolutely cannot afford to pay, but you really need protection, Proton VPN is the only genuinely trustworthy free option out there. It is built by the same security experts behind Proton Mail, based in Switzerland with incredibly strict privacy laws, and their apps are totally open source. The best part? Their free tier has absolutely 0 data caps. The only catch is you are limited to 1 device and 3 server locations. But for a genuinely free, secure product, that is a completely reasonable trade-off. And finally, we have NordVPN. If you just want the easiest, most user-friendly everyday experience, this is the one for most people. They boast the absolute largest server network, fully audited no-log policies, and incredible speeds for seamless streaming. Plus, because they are so well known, they plug right into practically every device or router you own. You just turn it on and forget about it.
Section 8, the takeaway. As we wrap up this explainer, let's distill the absolute most vital lesson here when it comes to the digital tools we trust.
I really want to leave you with this question to chew on. Is the illusion of privacy worse than no protection at all? A VPN is, at its core, a privacy tool. Using one that secretly monetizes your data is basically like paying a security guard who props the back door open for thieves. It gives you this total false sense of security, making you feel protected while leaving you completely exposed. If you truly can't afford a paid VPN, go grab Proton VPN's free tier. But if you can swing $5 to $10 a month, invest in Mulvad or NordVPN. Secure your connection, stop paying with your personal data, and take your digital privacy back.